In this presentation, I'd like to talk about IPv4 transmission types. The first transmission type to discuss is the ever-popular unicast. What is a unicast transmission? Well, a unicast transmission is a one-to-one transmission where you have a computer system, so this is a computer. You might have to use your imagination with that little icon. This is another computer. And what happens is this particular computer has a unique IP address, and this has a unique IP address, and this, if it's sending a packet, so let's give these some names. This is A, this is B. If A is sending a packet to B, the destination IP is the IP of B, and the source IP, the from address, is the IP address of A. In order for this to work, A and B need unique unicast IP addresses. The next type of transmission we have is a multicast. A multicast transmission is something that you might not be readily familiar with. It is a transmission coming from one system going to a group. The closest analogy that I can come up with for a multicast is you sending an email to an email group. If you sent an email to a specific email address, that's a unicast. If you sent an email to a group, an email group, then you're sending an email to a specific group of individuals. On a network, what happens is you might have one system. Let's draw this better. And you have a group of systems over here. And I might want to send some data to some of these systems, but not all of them. There are two ways I can do this. One way is I could use unicast, and if I wanted to send data to these three systems, I send 3 unicast transmissions. The problem is the data would be going through the network 3 separate times. It would take up 3 times as much bandwidth. So it's not efficient to do it that way. The more efficient way is I set up what we can think of as a multicast group. And I send the transmission once to this multicast group. How do I create a multicast group? Well, it's actually simpler than you think. You give these 3 systems the same multicast IP. So a multicast IP like 227.0.0.1, I can assign this to these 3 systems, the same multicast IP, and any data that I send to the destination IP address 227.0.0.1 will be received and processed by these 3 systems. The third transmission type you have is broadcast. Now, broadcast is actually a very common transmission type. You have a lot of transmissions going through your network on any given minute that are broadcast transmissions. This actually happens behind the scenes without you being aware of it. This is a one-to-many. This is a one-to-many transmission type. You have one system, and it sends out a transmission that is addressed to essentially everyone on the network. So how do you send a transmission once to everyone? Well, there is a special broadcast IP address. The broadcast IP address is 255.255.255.255. The rule here for the broadcast IP address is that the destination address, the broadcast IP address, is all ones. All ones. So in other words, you have an IP address that is made up of 32 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. This is therefore 255.255.255.255. And there you go. The broadcast IP address is 255.255.255.255 because the bits in it are all ones.